Imagine the sky going faint around mid-evening, the sun evaporating behind the moon, extending an unnerving sunset across the land. An all-out sun-powered obscure is one of nature's most astounding and phenomenal displays. On April 8, 2024, a vital all-out sunlight-based obscure will sweep across North America, plunging parts of Mexico, the US, and Canada into daytime obscurity. This excellent celestial event has stargazing enthusiasts buzzing with excitement, yet it also has experts giving critical safety warnings. In this fact-packed video, we'll explore why there are so many precautions surrounding the 2024 eclipse and what you need to know to observe it safely. We'll discuss how this eclipse differs from the significant 2017 event that captivated millions. For those new to eclipse chasing, we'll cover the basics of what causes a solar eclipse. So, stay tuned as we share essential tips to help you make the most of this amazing experience. Whether you plan to be in the path of totality or observe a partial eclipse from your own backyard, the 2024 all-out solar eclipse is one heavenly show you won't want to miss. The Great North American Eclipse of 2024. On April 8, 2024, a brilliant celestial event will grace the skies over North America. An all-out solar eclipse, frequently referred to as the Great North American Eclipse, will cast its shadow across the continent, instantly changing day into night along its path. This marvelous phenomenon occurs when the moon perfectly aligns between the Earth and the sun, completely blocking the sunlight and creating a breathtaking twilight. The eclipse's journey will begin in Mexico at around 11:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, making its first significant landfall on the Pacific coast. As the moon's shadow traverses the country, it will cross into Texas around 1:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time. From there, the path of totality, the narrow strip of land where the sun will be completely obscured, will carve a path through the heart of the U.S. States fortunate enough to fall within this path include Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. As the eclipse advances across the continent, the length of totality will vary depending on location. Skywatchers in Nazas, Durango, Mexico, and Fredericksburg, Texas, will be treated to a significant 4 minutes and 26 seconds of total darkness. While the entire North American continent will experience at least a partial solar eclipse, only those situated within the 100 to 125-mile wide path of totality will have the honor of witnessing the historic sight of a total eclipse. This celestial event is expected to draw millions of eclipse fans to prime viewing locations along the path, with cities, towns, and remote areas preparing for an influx of visitors eager to immerse themselves in the moon's shadow. As excitement builds for this once-in-a-lifetime event, officials across the country are diligently preparing to address the challenges that come with such a massive surge in interest. Tourism warnings and advisories surrounding the 2024 eclipse highlight the wonder and excitement, but also underscore the concerns among officials and local authorities. With thousands of people expected to flock to the path of totality from across the nation, the potential strain on public health infrastructure and resources is unprecedented. To mitigate risks and ensure a smooth experience for both residents and visitors, a series of critical alerts and advisories have been issued across the affected states. One of the most pressing concerns is the anticipated traffic congestion as eclipse chasers converge upon the narrow path of totality. Roads and highways are likely to become severely congested, especially in rural areas where infrastructure is often limited and two-lane roads are the norm. The sudden influx of vehicles could quickly lead to gridlock, making it difficult for emergency vehicles to navigate the crowded roads and respond to emergencies efficiently. To address these risks, state and local authorities are strongly advising residents and visitors to plan ahead. They recommend stocking up on essential supplies like food, water, fuel, and medications in the days leading up to the eclipse. By doing so, individuals can reduce the need for last-minute trips and help prevent shortages at local stores, which may not be prepared to handle the sudden surge in demand. Officials in Lorain County, Ohio, have warned that the increased burden on local resources could lead to shortages of food and fuel supplies. In addition to traffic-related concerns, the strain on emergency services and healthcare facilities is another significant issue. Large crowds inherently bring a higher risk of accidents, injuries, and medical emergencies. Rural hospitals and clinics, which often operate with limited resources and staff, may find themselves overwhelmed. To address this issue, some regions are proactively deploying additional medical staff and resources to key locations along the path of totality, ensuring that they are better prepared to handle any emergencies that may arise. Communication is another critical aspect that authorities are addressing. With thousands of people attempting to share their eclipse experience through calls, texts, and social media posts at the same time, cell towers may become overloaded. This not only presents an inconvenience for visitors trying to stay connected with loved ones, but also raises concerns about the ability to contact emergency services if needed. Mobile service providers, such as T-Mobile, are taking proactive measures to minimize disruptions and ensure reliable connectivity. These efforts include deploying additional cell sites and conducting real-time network monitoring to identify and resolve any issues promptly. The burden on local resources has prompted some authorities to take extraordinary measures. In Kerr County, Texas, Judge Rob Kelly issued a disaster declaration on March 4th, expressing concerns that the influx of visitors could deplete food and fuel supplies and strain city and county infrastructure beyond capacity. This declaration enables the county to access additional resources and funding to better manage the challenges associated with the eclipse and ensure the safety and well-being of both residents and visitors. Schools within the path of totality are also faced with a difficult decision: stay open or close for the day. While the eclipse presents an incredible educational opportunity, student safety and logistical concerns must be considered. Many districts have opted to close for the day, citing potential traffic gridlock and the risk of students damaging their eyes by viewing the eclipse improperly. By closing schools, authorities aim to reduce the burden on local infrastructure and ensure that students can safely participate in the eclipse with their families. Even pet owners are being called upon to take precautions during the eclipse. The sudden darkness may cause animals to exhibit unusual behavior, such as increased anxiety or confusion. Experts advise keeping pets indoors during the eclipse and providing them with a safe, comfortable space to retreat to if needed. Pet owners should also ensure they have an ample supply of food and any necessary medications on hand, as traffic congestion and crowding may make it difficult to reach stores in the days surrounding the event. As April 8th approaches, authorities are working tirelessly to prepare their communities for the unique challenges that the Great North American Eclipse will bring. By issuing alerts and advisories, they aim to promote a safe and enjoyable experience for all who wish to witness this extraordinary celestial event. Through careful planning, coordination, and communication, authorities hope to minimize disruptions and ensure that the eclipse remains a cherished memory for years to come. So, as you prepare for the Great North American Eclipse of 2024, heed the warnings and advisories given by authorities. Stock up on essentials and be patient with the inevitable challenges that come with an event of this magnitude. Remember, while the eclipse may be brief, the memories will last a lifetime. While the Great North American Eclipse of 2024 and the Great American Eclipse of 2017 are both spectacular celestial events, the differences in timing, duration, path, and astronomical context make the upcoming eclipse truly exceptional. As we prepare to stand in the moon's shadow and marvel at the sun's ethereal crown, the Great North American Eclipse of 2024 will be an event remembered for generations to come.